Pre-orders for the red and blue strap Digimon Vital Hero just opened up on the EB Games Australia website for a release date of late May 2024. While the Vital Hero has the same programming as the Japanese release Digivice V, it isn't the most recently released version, which is called the BE, and therefore the Vital Hero can only run DIM cards and not BE memories. However, the Vital Hero boasts a pretty attractive price for the Australian release at $35 Australian dollars, but is the Vital Hero actually still good considering we have the aforementioned Vital Bracelet BE? First of all, no, again, this isn't the most recently released from the Vital series. The BE was released in late 2022, and I have countless videos on why the BE is, in a vacuum, the better choice between the two. However, again, the price point and the fact that you don't need to import the Vital Hero since it's now being released in Australia definitely makes the Vital Hero more appealing. However, let's talk about why this is a little bit of a weird choice. It feels really late in the Vital series' life to release it in Australia. In fact, the red and blue Vital Heroes released in July 2022 in America, so the fact that they're coming to Australia 2 full years after the initial release is honestly a fairly weird choice, and it makes me wonder if, and this is just purely absolute speculation, if this is some sort of leftover stock from Bandai America that they are now just giving to other countries, in this case being Australia. We previously saw this happen with the recalled stock of the Digital Monster X version 2 in English. They got recalled in America because of the roster mix-up issues where the one version had the other version's Digimon and vice versa, so those were recalled in America. However, they were still released in Australia, and after all the stock went out, we got more stock. And that's presumably from Bandai America sending all the recalled stock so they can still make money off any of the stock that just did not sell or they could not sell because of the recall. However, it was never recalled in Australia. We had all 4 versions of the DMX readily available from various stores, not just EB Games, Big W, Target, basically everywhere where you'd get Digimon, we had all 4 colours, and then we had the recalled colours, which off the top of my head were the red and purple ones. Those came back in stock, and we almost had an abundance of them. And so in this case, I'm wondering if it's a similar scenario, and again, purely speculation, this is my armchair analyst kind of opinion on this. I'm wondering if this is the leftover Vital Hero stock from America, as far as I'm aware, and this is just what I've seen and what I've heard, the Vital Hero in the last few months, maybe even the last year, did start to show up in clearance bins in Walmart or discounted prices on Amazon US. Again, I can't personally verify that because I'm in Australia, but I have seen a lot of bargain bin pictures with clearance price tags over the Vital Hero, so I wouldn't be too surprised if this is just Bandai America's leftover stock that they're sending to Australia or to Bandai Australia, or maybe even other countries' Bandai as well, because that's the only reason why I'd imagine us randomly get it 2 years after the initial Vital Hero release, and basically a year and a half since we got an upgraded version of the Vital Bracelet. Of course, the Vital Bracelet BE hasn't been released in America. They've just had the Vital Hero most recently, which late last year, I believe. There was the Vital Hero DC characters, which came out, and that was also the same programming as the original Vital Hero, that being the same as the Digivice V. So I can't imagine America getting a BE at this point, but stranger things have happened. But again, it's purely speculation. I'm wondering if Australia is just getting the leftover stock, or rather EB Games is just getting the leftover stock. As far as I can see at the moment, as of recording this, it's just EB Games, which has the Vital Hero releasing, but that could change. But at the moment, it's just EB Games. It could be pre-order only. They could just be selling them until they sell out. Who knows? It's February as of recording this. They only just popped up for pre-order, and they're due for late May, so a little bit until we know for sure what's happening there. Interestingly, it's just the red and blue bands. It's not the black one, which has the Pulsemon DIM card. It's just the blue one, which has the Gabumon DIM card, and the red one, which has the Agumon DIM card. And interestingly enough, or maybe it's not interesting, it's just a typo. Both of the descriptions say they come with the Impulse City DIM card. I don't expect this to be a random pack-in that's different for the Australian release for some reason. I just think it's an error, because the image for both of them has the same packaging as the Vital Hero is what I would expect. But it is interesting that despite not selling the black one, which comes with the Pulsemon DIM card, it says that it does. So that's a weird sort of typo that EB Games have there. I'm not sure if they're going to fix that, but yeah, it's just something to note there. And again, another reason why this is a strange choice to be releasing a Vital Hero, especially with the app and the fact that there's a newer version being the BE, and this extends to Bandai America just releasing the Vital Hero DC version, which I just mentioned, is the fact that, and I've mentioned this in a previous video, that the Vital Hero has two features which are just not supported with the new/current app. The old app was shut down, or the original app rather, was shut down in early 2023, a few months after the new app released and a few months after the BE released. So these two features are the special missions, which you can't send from the new app. They don't exist in the new app, so it's just kind of like a dead feature on the Vital Hero. Again, exceptionally weird that Bandai didn't try to patch it out of the Vital Hero for the DC version, because the DC version still has it as an option. And then, of course, there's the Tamer rank or Tamer level, which you would get updated every time you connect to the old app. However, this doesn't update with the new app because the Tamer levels are different on the new app. So it is just a kind of weird choice, considering the old app is long gone and then there's a new app. And I actually think that the packaging, I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I think the packaging might still reference the old app, because the old app was still around and there was not even news of the new app at the time of the release. So that's additionally why it's kind of a bit of a weird choice. And lastly, then this again is purely speculation, so take what I'm about to say with the tiniest grains of salt. And it's kind of the fact I'm speculating that this is a weird choice, because I feel like the Vital series is actually ending its lifespan as a toy release, and I just can't see it being around for much longer. As of recording this, there's no news about upcoming BE memories, and Bandai tends to let their toys from the Tamagotchi and Digimon line have releases for perhaps a year, maybe a year and a half in most cases, and then just letting them kind of just die quietly after that. And this also means that the app could theoretically shut down by the end of the year, meaning a great deal of the functionality of the Vital Hero and all Vital bracelets, the entire Vital series for that matter, will not be available, since you can no longer store your Digimon on the app. The app will be costing a lot of money for Bandai, because it's not going to be gaining any. There's no microtransactions, so the fact that Bandai would keep this app up would be kind of weird, because they're not making any money from it, since there's no new Vital Bracelet releases coming. And again, purely speculation. As of recording this, there's no news. A few days ago, the Pulsemon BE memory was just released, and there's still no news. That could change with the last final part of Digimon Seekers coming out, but I very much doubt it. I feel like the Vital series is on its way out. So yeah, that's kind of a weird thing. It's also kind of sad that the 2024 Digimon Con logo doesn't have Pulsemon, who is effectively the Postermon for the Vital series. Ending the Vital series on the Pulsemon BE memory is a cute bookend, since the first DIM card was Pulsemon, though this is likely unintentional. It is a shame with Seekers ending that we also didn't have the other color linker bands that we saw at that Digimon event in America, but whatever. However, as weird as this choice is to release the Vital Hero 2 full years after its initial release in America, honestly, I would still recommend it just for the price, but mainly if you don't have a Vital Bracelet already. If you already have the BE, the Vital Hero is a step back. Unless you particularly want the DIM cards. That's why I imported it. I wanted that DIM card. I would not have imported mine on release had it not come with that unique DIM card, the Gabumon and the Agumon ones for the respective colours. So that's the reason I imported it. However, when I imported it, it was 120 Australian dollars, which obviously a big difference from 35 Australian dollars. So the fact that you don't have to import it, that's a win. The price point is a win. So if you don't have a Vital Bracelet and you want to get into the Vital series, but you're not sure if you want to have the full commitment of importing a BE or trying to find somewhere that sells a BE, and considering they're a little bit more expensive than the Vital Hero, there's that other thing of like, oh, it's not just the import fees, it's also more expensive. So if you just want to pick up something for $35, which is a fairly cheap-ish investment in my opinion compared to how much the BE costs and how much the import fees would cost, I would recommend it, but only if you don't already have one and you want to see what the Vital series is about. Again, the price point is very attractive. If this was $80, I'd be saying, tell them they're dreaming. I would not be recommending this if it was like $80, which is honestly what I expected. The Tamagotchi Uni was 120 Australian dollars. Yes, there's more functionality in a Tamagotchi Uni, but I still would not put it past things to be that expensive, so I'm surprised with the price. And then, yes, it is kind of weird that it's only the two bands. It's the blue one or the red one. As far as I can tell, and as of recording this, there's no additional DIM cards that are coming up for sale. That could be wrong. And again, there's also no black one, which doesn't have the Pulsemon DIM card. So there's a few weird choices going on here. But overall, is the Vital Hero still good? Not compared to the BE, but who cares if the app's about to be shut down anyway? And the price point is basically the only thing that I would recommend getting the local release of the Vital Hero. There's also the fact that it is good to support things that you want to see more of, vote with your wallet kind of things. I'm not going to be buying the local release of the Vital Hero. It would be weird to have another one, and also it's kind of a weird choice. I'm glad that they finally came here, but 2 years later, that's kind of weird. But in any case, those are my thoughts on the upcoming Vital Hero release. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions, anything that I didn't explain super well in detail in this video. I can assure you that I've explained it in countless other videos, so check out my other videos, or just ask me in the comments and I'll see if I can link you to a relevant video. So let me know all that and more in the comment section below. Like this video for Bandai doing some weird choices, but hopefully it works out for them. I'd like to see more with the Vital Hero being done. I'd like to see more with the Vital series being done, but again, purely speculation, but I feel like the Vital series in general is kind of on its way out. So like my video for Bandai being Bandai, subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, if you have subscribed, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. And of course, I'll see you next video. Bye!